How's it going, everybody? I hope you're all doing well. Right, I've been really looking forward to doing this one because it is one of my favourites. Very traditional jam steam pudding. So if you're not particularly great in the kitchen, don't worry about it. It's very straightforward. Or if you want to try something new, then this recipe is the one for you. Okay, so what will you need? Well, I've got my trusty electric whisk there. If you haven't got one of those, a wooden spoon will be just as good as long as the mixture is nice and fluffy when you've finished mixing. Next, you will need a glass bowl or a plastic bowl. Next, you will need a pint of flour. You know where I like to keep things simple. Instead of you've got to measure this and measure that, blah, 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 blah. A pint of flour, which is basically 8 ounces. Half a pint of sugar, which is about 6 ounces. So you got the flour, the sugar, 3 eggs, some water, jam, some butter, and some foil. And that's all you'll need. So let's get into it. Okay, so in the bowl I have placed our flour and our sugar. Next I'm going to crack the 3 eggs and pop them in. Like so. Talk amongst yourselves whilst I'm doing this, by the way, everybody. Da, 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 da. Oh, someone's cranked up the lawnmower. Why not? It's a nice day. Might as well make the most of it. Okay, so the 3 eggs are in there. Now for the butter. And what you will need is a dessert spoon and a couple of heaped spoons of butter, like so. Okay, next you need to whisk. There we go, let's close that window, shall we? So it's me and you again. Oh, that's great. I love doing this. It's so fun. You don't know what's going to happen next, whether the clock's going to go off or the washing machine or the dishwasher. It's chaos, but it's fun. And that's what it's all about, fun. So we're going to start whisking. Here we go. It's going to get a bit loud, but stick with me. Won't take long. Yet again, talk amongst yourselves. Okay. Now, as that's starting to come together, as you can see, it needs a little something else. That's when the water's going to come in. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of... You can use milk if you wish, but I'm going to use water. There we go. So I'm going to keep mixing this until it's nice and fluffy. So I'm going to savour your ears and get back to you. Through the miracle of a little bit of fantastic editing, here is the mixture. So that's nice and fluffy. It's about the consistency of, I would say, a pancake mixture, to be honest. So that is your mixture. That's done and dusted. We don't need to do anything more to that. So we'll pop that there. Now, preparing your bowl. Now what you need to do to start off with is get some of your butter and coat the whole of the inside with the butter. Nice and messy. Very important. Plenty in there. all the way around, straight to the top, like so. Very good. Very, very good indeed. Okay. Next, what you'll need to do, so let me just wipe my hands, is add jam to the bottom of there. Now, if you wanted to, at this stage, you could put honey in the bottom of there. You could put treacle sponge. You know that one as well, very traditional. However, I do like the jam one. The mixture is exactly the same, so you could have steamed treacle pudding. You could honey. You could, I dare say, you could even put a little bit of chocolate in the bottom of there if you wanted to. It really, really, really wouldn't matter. Okay, so I'm doing jam because that's my favourite. Let me just clean that spoon. There we go. We're ready. So get some of the jam and put it into the bottom of there. However, what you want to do as well is just slightly smear some of the jam around the edges. Now I know a lot of it won't stay there, but as long as there's some there, that would be absolutely ideal. Like that. See? Lovely. Not all the way to the top. And put a little bit more in the bottom of there. Super. Okay. Next, you want to add your mixture to the bowl. So, let's do that. Pop that spoon over there and get our mixture. And here we go. Pop that into the bowl. There we go. You don't want to fill it straight the way to the top, so leave about, I'd say, an inch from there. What's an inch? Centimetres. It's about what 3 centimetres, something like that. I don't know. I'm going to say an inch, and there you go. So that in itself is basically all done. Now, the next bit, you want to cover that in foil very tightly. So we'll do that. So let me grab the foil. And we're going to wrap this in foil. Just let that drop down there. Okay. Make sure that goes all the way over on the first cover to create that initial seal. And just fold that down and that. And I'm going to go over a couple of times. There's 1, 2. Okay, now that's going to be nice and tight. All the way around. Check there's no gaps. No, we're good. And there you go. Next, you're going to need a pot big enough to place that in and fill it with water. So we'll go over to the stove and we'll show you how that's done. So let's go over there and do that. And here we are. Okay, so the bowl is now in a large pot, which you will need a lid for as well. That's, the water's about halfway up the bowl. That's all you need. And this is going to boil for about 2 hours. so you've got plenty of time to do other stuff in the meantime. So I'm going to click on the old flame elevator and bring that to a boil. I'm going to keep it boiling for about 2 hours. You will need to top it up about an hour and a half in, just to check that the water level, you don't want to let it to run dry. That's very important. So yeah, so I'm going to pop the lid on, and yeah, I'll get back to you in a couple of hours time. So here we are. It's been 2 hours. I've taken the pot out of the boiling water. Do be very, very, very careful when you take it out of the water. We don't want any accidents, ladies and gentlemen, at all. So be extremely careful when you do it. Use a couple of tea towels or an oven glove and just gently lift it, place it to one side, and place it in the sink or on your work surface. I'm going to do it in the sink. And next, what you've got to do is cut around the outside of there, like so. Oh, just got a quick waft of that the pudding that lies in there. So you see, with a steam pudding and a normal sponge, the texture is completely different. It's so nice. It's a sponge, but I know it's got just a totally different texture to it, which is just another level. It is so nice. So I'm going to peel that down, and this is when I'm going to hand the camera over to my good assistant, because I am not an octopus. I am not. Well, I don't think I am anyway. Okay, so I've got my plate ready. There we go, there's the handover. Did you notice how smooth that was? There's the handover. I'm going to pick that up and we're going to flip it. Now this is only whether it goes extremely good or extremely bad, but because I'm a professional I'm sure it will go swimmingly. So I think the best thing that I can do, and the sensible thing, because let's be safe, we don't want any heroes here, just pop that on there like so. Bring it slightly to the edge so I can get a grip. There we go. Nicely done, Stu. Make sure it's there and just flip it over. Make life easier, shall we? And go onto there, like so. And there it is. Your jam steam pudding. Smells absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, it's a bit fiddly, but it's well worth it in the end. So there you have it. Oh, it's good fun. I do enjoy it. So if you've liked this video, give me a thumbs up. Even better, click subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And I'll catch you on the next video. Catch you later, everyone.